welcome back to the channel. Carrying on from the last episode, starting to clean up a few parts. If you remember, the actual tappet covers were in quite a sorry state. Two that have already been done, just finishing off the last few bits, just using Scotch-Brite green pad, which is the softer version. I did start with some red just to start it off, any stubborn bits. So I'm just going for that brushed sort of clean finish, not a mirror polished. So as we left it in the last episode, we'd actually got the cover on and I was looking at the actual engine brackets. Couldn't work out which way round or which side they were. I've now worked out that actually the flat one will actually fit like that, so it holds in there and there. I've taken the main nut off as well. There's one in the corner. The actual footrest actually goes through with a big bolt. The other footrest, looking at it, has this bit on it, which will actually be for the rear brake lever. So that's for the left hand side of the bike, and all the parts down there for the right hand side of the bike. So I'm just going to get these finished off, then these done. I also need to clean up the actual plates that hold them in place against the serrated edge, and then we'll move on to the actual engine plate and footrest hanger. Get that in position, and also get these oil feed lines from the oil tank. If you remember, the actual pipe we fitted that went up to the primary is just there. So I need these two pipes fitted, tucked in, and then we can put the plate on. So that's the jobs for today. I just want to take the manifold off. I've only got it loose fitted, give that a quick clean up. The actual engine surface I'm just going to do with a Scotch-Brite, and then obviously much later when we're near finished, give all this a clean. Get it a little bit better than what it is there, but not mirrored. So still plenty to do. Right, so they're all cleaned. Now I can pop them back in position and get them screwed in. Again, not going tight at the moment, so obviously I'll need to check the actual cam position, timing positioning later on. So that's the front two in place. and that's the rear two, also now in place. So next thing I want is the actual carb manifold. So I can give that a clean up. But going back to the main part is to actually get this engine plate and the footrest actually in position, so that slots into the two holes. With the big bolt from the back, and we'll sit there. So I've just put the bolts through. Obviously that one's part of it. The back of that one is resting against the oil lines. There's one there. That one, and then this one at the bottom. But first of all, I need to put these oil lines in position. They actually go onto that pipe. There's two pipes, so let's get them installed first. Should hopefully be a couple of clamps at the bottom. Yes, there are. Right, let's go again. Right, that seems to be in the right place. Let's tighten that up. Right, just got to get the second one on. Right, that one's gone on a lot easier. Right, and that's tight. So next bit now, just need to just pop that bolt back through. And you get the bottom one through, middle one through, end one through. It's just trying to get this one and this one. Right, that took some jiggling, but finally got nuts in position. So now I can tighten this up, and that'll be another job ticked off the list. Yeah, it did take a while. It was awkward to get these two in. So you've got one here, one here, one here, main one off to the side. So let me grab some spanners and we can get that tightened up. as I say, that ticks another job off the list. But you've got to get these pipes fitted behind this plate before you can get the plate on. But we have a footrest. Right, so I've just given the carb manifold a quick clean, just given the carb a quick rub down. So that's going to go in today. Next job we're going to tackle is the actual electronic ignition points with the plate and the outer cover. So that is everything we need. Also need to install them, as the wiring was actually tucked up in the frame, so I've actually got to tuck that wire through a hole in the back, which should come out of there. One thing I did notice, plus obviously I was reading up, you've got a little white dot which is actually the timing. It needs to match up through that hole. But the thing is, it actually tells you on the back, which you can't see when you've got it installed. So you've got anti-clockwise timing, which is that one, and clockwise timing, which is that one. But yeah, I love the way they write it on the back, even though you actually install it that way. So that's our next job. Right, so here we go with pointed installation. I've managed to poke that sleeve back in. So in with the Allen bolt. Right, so just need to back that off slightly so it actually spins freely. That should actually Sorry, I'll move my hand out of the way in a second. Alright, as you can see in there, I need that roughly in the middle, and the same on the bottom one. So I'll actually be using that hole that's visible. Right, so wind that in. So then these two leads, you've got black and white, which will go to that one, and black and yellow, which will go to that one. So what I need to do now is actually rotate the centre round until you can see the white dot through that hole. Alright, now if you can actually see, yep, you should just be able to see the white dot through this hole. So that is in the right place. And they're tight. Right, so I've just got to put a bullet connector on these ends. Like I say, black and white, black and white, black and yellow, black and yellow. So bullet connectors are on. So black and yellow as in there, black and white, as in there, and we just pull a bit more of this wire back through. Right, so they're nicely connected. Just put the gasket across. First one in. Tighten that down. So that's the points done. Another job ticked off the list. Last thing today is get the manifold back in, get the carburettor in. Right, so on with the manifold. 4 washers. And then the 4 nuts. with our gasket, brand new gasket going in, and in with the carb. This is using a double washer, flat and a spring washer. Quickly tighten these down. That's nicely in place. So that's the amyl carb done. For anybody that's interested, I actually printed the number on it. It's a 389/97 amyl carb. But that just about wraps it up for today. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. I say another load done, which is great. The bench is really empty. As you can see, that is it. So very little left to go. Next episode we'll crack on, we'll get a bit more done. I want to do a front to back through every nut, bolt, washer, everything, just to make sure everything's right, get the clocks installed, start running the cabling through. So there's still plenty to go, but the finishing line is in sight. Any comments in the comments box below? You know I appreciate all your feedback, all your comments. I can't say it enough. I know I say it every video, but it does mean a lot. There's a link to my Facebook page in the description. You want to pop across there, say hello. That page is growing daily. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are links to other videos at the end of the video. As always, thanks for watching. Join me again next time. Cheers. Bye.